So apparently Robert Z created the mother of all contests. Well, I'm here for him today, all ready to share my perspectives about this monster that was created long ago, this great thing we call the vinyl community. Enjoy the ride. Hey Robert, are you still there? Just checking. How are you? How are you guys coping with the pandemic in your great state of Arizona? And how many subscribers are you celebrating, my friend? 100? I guess the real question is, how many times did you celebrate 100 subs? If we add up all the subscribers you had, taking into account each and every incarnation of your channel, you probably get to over 1 million, is that correct? In all seriousness, my sincere congratulations for sticking around and for being such a great friend to me. It's a very uplifting feeling having you around. Well, I guess that was my first shout out. I'll make more of them a bit later. My loyal butler, Henry, is joining us today. And as you can see, he's seen better days. I tried different things to fix him, to no avail. What I would need really, if any one of you could make a tutorial video maybe on how to put him back together. I can see Red doing something like this, or Brad maybe at H2 Vinyl. He comes across as an indie guy as well. You guys could team up maybe. Anyway. So you're asking a very large and open question about our personal experiences with the VC. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It's well known that you've had a fair share of all of them. And my personal story of how I started making videos is in a way connected with some of the less than good stuff that happened at one point of your VC journey. Let me explain. I started watching vinyl community videos several years before my first very humble appearance in front of a camera in November 2018. And in true Robert Z fashion, you had organized a mega ambitious lottery project, which I thought was a fantastic idea. At the time, I was not participating in anything, not only in terms of making videos, but also in terms of commenting and interacting. I was only watching like we watch TV, absorbing information and getting entertained that way. And so that first grand lottery that you ran, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but the way I remember it, some people were unhappy or something, and so there was some drama going on. Fast forward to a couple of years later, when you decided to run a new iteration of the lottery, I found myself motivated by the desire to contribute to its success. And so that was how I decided I would jump in and take part in this adventure. That's how my first video was born, and that was supposed to be a one-off affair for me. But then in the process, I also met other great people like Brad, Tim, Bill, Jacob, among many others. Fueled by all that great fun we were having and those fantastic positive vibes I got from that experience, I made one more video which led to another one and so on. Those are my personal origins in the VC. And so my presence here is really due to the fact that I wanted to contribute to your second lottery project, in hopes that it would be a great success, and which it was. So that's what I feel my role in the VC is. I try to be a supporter within my abilities. I never said, okay, I'll put on a channel, produce regular contents and try to build an audience. That was never the plan. My channel is set up and so it's there when needed, ready for me to jump in a contest or a thread, make and stay in contact with friends and create new contents from time to time. The way I see it, whenever a VC fellow reads a comment from me in their video, they have the opportunity to go to my channel, to have a better idea of who I am. For example, they can go check out my top 20 favorite bands. It's out there if anyone is interested. And so my channel is merely a window or an opportunity for other VC members to put a face on my name, to make our interactions more personal. In this sense, I feel that I've accomplished way more than I was hoping for initially. Paul Barakapidub once said the VC needs you, speaking about anyone feeling unsure about maintaining their own channel. And so that became my motivation to continue to make small contributions to keep the VC fire alive. I consider myself very lucky that in the process I met fantastic, caring people who take to heart my well-being in this community. For example, after my first couple of videos, Bev took the time to make a quick video to talk about my channel. I hope she does not regret it today. Bill also made a shout out for me. All great support. I'm very thankful. There are so many other people that I could mention. What about Marie-Ève, our very own Miss Lady Soul? Always there to support me. Also, a very special shout out to each and everyone who has clicked on the subscribe button for me. To make this video, I took a look at all the comments I received since the beginning, and I counted between 40 and 50 different people who left a comment at some point. I'm really honored about that, and I hope they know that I appreciate them. And I already talked about Phil before. What a fantastic friend. We both hope that one day his wife and him will be able to come to Montreal, that they have always wanted to visit, and we could meet in person, share a meal, visit around the city and stuff like that. Phil has really made my VC experience out of this world. He has already sent me super awesome presents. Among other things, he shared with me his passion for Status Quo, a band that I would probably not have discovered as much if not for him. We chat often, we make sure our respective families are okay throughout the pandemic, exchange our reactions to hockey games and things like that. He's a fan of the Canucks and I'm a fan of the Habs. When I think about all that, I realize that the VC is so much more than simply watching people showing records. That kind of friendships really is the essence of the VC for me. There are also people that I wish would come back to the VC. One of them is Brett, whose channel was The Vinyl Victim. He had an incredible series on music of the 80s, right before he decided to go on to other things. Fortunately, he's still around on Facebook. Another exceptional channel was LJ's over at BioSite1. We barely interacted, but what a thrill it would be if he ever decides to come back. One of the most interesting thing I find is to explore everyone's unique approach to music and collecting. It's truly fascinating to me. You have people like Ron Baudry, whose quest for sound quality as an audiophile is legendary. You have people who are strictly vinyl and people who like all formats. And I recently subscribed to a gentleman whose channel is called The Vinyl Minimalist. As his name suggests, this VC member has a very unique way of thinking about collecting. And your vision of the collecting hobby, Robert, is one that is also particularly captivating, to say the least. Nobody does it the same way, and yet at the same time we share a common passion. The global aspect of the VC is another fascinating aspect to me. Other than my own country of Canada, I've interacted with people from the US, Brazil, the UK, Denmark, Australia, to name only a few. To get exposed to so many points of view and perspectives really opens up our minds, I think. So again, for me, it all comes down to human connections and in some cases, awesome friendships. Another interesting impact that I noticed for me personally is that being exposed to all those positive vibes within the VC inspired me to become more attentive to my friends that I already have outside of the VC, to try to nurture even more those relationships. Within the VC, I like to participate in contests and threads, because that way I know that at least one person will watch. I even won one of your contests before, Robert, and you sent me an amazing Blue Spec CD, a format that was new to me. I can't thank you enough for that. When I create other types of videos, I'm not in a position where I can take for granted that someone will actually watch them attentively. But I consider myself very fortunate because I think I received at least one comment in every video I made, and I even received more than a dozen comments in some of them. I also love it when I receive likes. I have to admit that it makes me feel good. There's even a video for which I received 9 of them. A look at my stats shows that people only watch an average of 2 minutes of my videos, but that's okay. I'm still grateful that they were interested enough to click on my video. Like I said, my perspective is that my videos are there in case someone is interested, and if not, that's okay because I have fun doing them anyways. In addition to connecting with interesting people, the VC has given me the opportunity to get familiar with video editing. It's just basic editing really, but it's a step of the process that I enjoy doing. It's also a great platform for me to get better at speaking in English and expressing ideas in general. And I absolutely love VCLT videos, especially when it's me opening the package. So those aspects all fall in the super positive category of the spectrum. I don't have that many negative things to say about the VC really. I'm not one to start too many controversies, so it helps me avoid negative vibes, I guess. One thing I noticed is that since I got involved more seriously in the VC, I saw my music listening time fall down a little too much. I tried to strike a balance between my VC time and my music listening time. Sometimes I must admit that I miss the days when I could devote all my free time to listening to records. At the same time, both areas have become more important for me, so I try to make the most out of the two. Even in terms of the videos I would be interested to watch by the people I'm subscribed to, I have to let 75% of them fall through my fingers. It leaves me with a feeling that I'm not doing enough for this community that I love. Another negative aspect is that I consider that I spend way too much time in front of a screen. To make things worse, I use a computer all day for work, so I feel it's not super healthy for my eyes, in addition to not being a model behavior for my children who are a little too much attracted by electronic devices. It's all a matter of balance, but it's not necessarily easy to apply on a day-to-day basis. So, as you can tell by now, no drama at all ever happened during my almost 2 years making videos in the VC. As you pointed out, we're not talking about dislikes here. I live well with dislikes anyways. It's just someone telling other users that they don't recommend the video in question, which is fair. I don't take them as a way to make me feel bad. That being said, I personally don't use the dislike button when I watch videos, but that's just me. Well, Robert, I hope you enjoyed my 2 cents. Thanks for a great contest opportunity. Love ya. Say hi to Betty and Bobby, and hopefully we'll talk soon.